Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, guys, today is part one of my two-part eyeshadow palette declutter. So you guys have already seen me declutter my primers, foundations, setting powders, blush, bronzers, highlighters, single eyeshadows, all my lips. And now what you guys have all been waiting for is my entire eyeshadow palette collection. This one's gonna be a hard one for me. I am breaking it up into two parts. So with that said, guys, let's just go ahead and dive straight on in. Okay, so here is my entire eyeshadow palette collection. Well, mostly because I do have some stuff in that closet right there as well. But here's my entire eyeshadow palette collection, and guys, it may not seem like much, but trust me, there is a lot of palettes that I have to go through and to declutter and to sell to you guys. But today is just gonna be part one, where I'm gonna go through half of them and then I'll do the other half in the next video. And in that video, that's where I'll post my Mercari link and whatnot. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am actually like really sad to do this because I have worked so hard on this collection. Like 99.9% of this entire collection I paid for with my own money, and when I started my YouTube journey, I barely had anything. So to go through this stuff is emotional for me, just because I worked so hard for it. And it's not that I don't love having it, it's just that it's just so much. Like, it's just so much, and I feel so wasteful having it sit there knowing I'm not going to use it. And it's just time that I do part ways. I know that, you know, in due time, my collection will keep growing and I'll keep decluttering. It's part of doing YouTube, and yeah, but it is really bittersweet for me. So if I get emotional at any point today, we're not gonna judge me for this. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for being along with me on this journey, and for, you know, being so supportive, so sweet. That really means so much to me. So I'm gonna like move my stuff behind me because I just feel like this is a really pretty aesthetic and I just want to show it off as best as possible. So I'm gonna move all my drawers over here. We're gonna do what we always do, where I'm gonna speed through things. I'm gonna slow down, talk about why I'm gonna keep it, why I'm gonna declutter it. And this is why it's gonna be broken up into two parts, because I have a lot of stuff to go through and I have a lot of things to say. So I'm not gonna ramble on. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this started.
Go losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run, looking for something, chasing the sun. All those days trying to find a place that you make them just be alone.
Okay, so let's start with the palettes that I am not keeping. So the first one we have right here, this is the Heart of Nudes palette. This is from With Love Cosmetics. I used this like once or twice. It's a beautiful palette. It's just I'm not that into nudes. You guys know that. So I'm going to go ahead and just put this in a declutter pile because I'm just never going to use it. Next, we do have the Patrick Star One Size Fits All. I just bought this myself, used it in the video, and I never used it since. It's just not my favorite. So this is the Kimchi Chic. This is the 2 Queens in 1 Desert palette. I tried this on a video. I just had a hard time with formulation. I just couldn't really get it to work in my favor. So once again, I just have to, yeah, I gotta let it go. This was from the Patrick Starr collection they did with MAC Cosmetics, and I just never used it. I saved it because this was the one video that Robbie Christie actually commented on and liked a photo of mine, and so I held on to it, but it's time I let it go too. This is the Violet Voss. This is the I'll Love You Forever. I tried it out one time after I got it in BoxyCharm, and I'm not a fan of Violet Voss. It just really irritates my eyes, so yeah. It says this is a never been used Hip Dot palette. So I've never used it, so that's why I'm going to put it in here as well. And the reason why I'm showing off all these palettes, honestly, is because I know you guys are wanting to buy them, so that's why I'm showing you guys the ones I'm decluttering, so you guys can buy them if you wish to. So the reason why I am letting this one go is because I literally used it for that video and I haven't used it since. And this was the last palette that I used before I took a 6-month hiatus on YouTube. But yeah, it's time I let it go. Here we have an Ofra Cosmetics palette. I know it looks dirty, but I actually only used this I think one time. It's a beautiful palette. I'm just not going to use it just because it's mostly all highlights. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there as well. And I'm just going to make sure I do clean this off because it is stained, but I only used it once. Here we have the Juvia's Nubian Glow. My sister got this for me for Christmas. It is a really beautiful palette, but I filmed this for my Patreon members trying this out, and I only used it that one time, and it's so gorgeous, but I know I'm not going to use it, so... So here we have a MAC palette. I actually bought this, so I was going to do a review on it. This is the Bloomin' one, and I actually ended up not using it. And I'm probably not going to review it at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this in there as well. This one's hard for me, I'm not going to lie, because this was an OG palette of mine. This is the first palette I ever got inside a BoxyCharm when I first signed up for BoxyCharm. And this one's hard for me to let go of because it's my OG palette. I wore this every day to work, but it's time that I part ways with it. We have these two palettes right here. These were actually sent to me by a subscriber, and unfortunately I just haven't used them. They are pressed glitters in here. Very, very beautiful, but I'd rather somebody else get a better use out of it. Again, very beautiful. Here we have an Almay, how do you say, Cosmetics. This is a brand new palette. I've never used it. There's nothing wrong with this Charm palette. I bought it last year, did a review, and I just never used it since. Another Hip Dot palette that I haven't used, so might as well be discarded. We have all three of these Kimchi Chic Juicy palettes. They're beautiful. I only used the green one and I haven't used the rest, so I'm not going to either. So I might as well just go ahead and put that in there as well. Last time I did my declutter, I had a really hard time letting this one go because this is one of the first few videos that I ever filmed on YouTube was using this palette, and it was so beautiful. I love playing with it, but I'm never going to use it. It just sits there. So it's time it goes to a better home just because I'm not getting any use out of it. Same thing with this. This one is so hard for me to part from because I loved that video that I filmed using this mermaid palette. But again, I only used it in that video. I have such special memories of this, but I need to part ways from it. Okay, so as for the palettes that I am keeping, so I'm still going to hold on to these. These are the little donut palettes from I Heart Revolution. I have such a special place in my heart because this was the first video of mine to ever hit 10,000 views on YouTube, and that was monumental for me. That is something that I have still not forgotten. So I'm still going to hold on to these because they just mean too much to me. They have too much of a sentimental value, so I'm still going to hold on to these. These are the little mini Ofra signature palettes. I was actually gifted these in PR, and I really do enjoy the formula. They're really beautiful. They have the little highlight in here, so once again, I definitely have to hold on to this. I'm not the biggest fan of this palette. However, I do love Miss Bailey Syrian so much that I don't want to part from her because it is a beautiful palette, but I just love Bailey too much to let this go. This is the Hank and Henry tie-dye. This was actually gifted to me by Mikey. And I just need you guys to see, truly how beautiful this palette is. So definitely want to hold on to that. Hank and Henry does have some amazing formulas, so I'm not ready to let go of any of his stuff. Here is all my beauty base. This is the Nikki Tutorial collab. This is the, which one was this one? Book of Magic palette. We have an M Mitchell palette. This is what he did a collab with Beauty Bay, and this is actually the first time that I was ever sent anything by a subscriber. This was actually sent to me by my wonderful friend Mikey. You guys always ask me who he is. I met him through YouTube, and he was the first person to ever reach out to ask me if he can send me something. So he sent me this palette, and that's where our friendship started, and now we're the best of friends. And legit, I did a whole video where I recreated Mikey's look. I am just waiting for Mikey to start a YouTube channel. Mikey, I know you're watching. Get your ass on YouTube because I need you to be there. And I'm so excited because he's going to be at my wedding and we get to finally be together and hang out. He's an amazing person. Please go follow his IG. He does the most beautiful freaking looks ever. I'll link him down below. Yeah, anything from Beauty Bay. I love the formula so much that I'm definitely going to be holding on to these. These two are my Rebel Rouge Labs. I love the aesthetics. I really do love Rebel Rouge Labs. You guys know that. It is a small business. It is found on Etsy, and I did like the best like Halloween look using this palette. Like I love this palette so much. Like it is perfect for Halloween. This is actually what kicked off my Halloween event last year, was using this palette. So no way will I ever part from these because I just love them way too much. This was actually gifted to me by a wonderful subscriber. This is the Mel Thompson palette. It is absolutely beautiful and I want to hold on to it. It has good memories. This is the Game of Thrones collab with Urban Decay, and though I may not use this palette, it's a Game of Thrones palette. I won't part from this because I love Game of Thrones way too much. It's one of my favorite shows. Well, I have multiple favorite shows, but this cost me so much money, and legit, it's a freaking, like, look at this. Like, look at how freaking cool that is. This was so hard to find, and I had to go on launch day in person to get this. So I'm never going to part from this, even if it like gets all moldy and stuff like that, because it has such good memories for me. And I feel like this is definitely a collector's item, so I definitely do not want to part from this. This is the Urban Myth. This is from Black Moon Cosmetics. This is a beautiful palette. I love stuff like this. Like these are the palettes that I kind of like live for because I love, you know, yeah, you guys know that I love supernatural things. I love conspiracy theories, and I love brands that are kind of like around that genre. So that's why I'm holding on to this. I can't get it out of the box. It's stuck in the box right now. Oh, here we have a Makeup or Murderer palette. I had so much fun in my videos. This is where I did my first makeup and mysteries, where I told crazy haunting stories using this palette along with like their loose pigments, and so definitely gonna hold on to this. This is from Chaotic Cosmetics. It's another Halloween palette. You just don't really see that many Halloween palettes that often, so definitely want to hold on to these. Again, I had so much fun. I did like a candy corn look using this palette. Nomad, some of the best formula out there. And then we have another Makeup and Murderer palette. This is the burner phone. Now, if you guys saw my review on this video, if you guys saw my review on this palette, I talked about how stinky this palette actually was. Like, it smelled really bad. But they were so kind enough. They saw my video and they actually sent me another one. So I did give that one away because I didn't need to have two. And now that I've had it sitting here for a while, the smell has completely disappeared. This is a really, really cute palette. I really do love Makeup or Murder. It's actually funny because the brand is like located like an hour away from me. But again, I just love the aesthetics. Okay, so we have some more Nomad Cosmetics. Beautiful palette. Want to hold on to this. This is the Louise Cosmetics. This was so hard to get. This sold out so quickly. This is such a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing palette. I really loved it. I love playing around with it and telling some amazing stories in here. So, want to hold on to these. This is just too cute to get rid of. Anything from Melt Cosmetics, I'm going to hold on to. And then, like my Lunar Beauty, Laura Lee, Lunar Beauty, would never part from these. Love these brands way too much. This palette, I will never part from this palette because this was such a pain to get. This took 4 months to get. It sold out when I pre-ordered it. Like, it literally sold out, and then it took over 4 months to get. But when I got it, it was absolutely worth it. This is such a pretty palette. I cannot wait to play with this during the Halloween season. Like, you can play with it not just Halloween, but I definitely will play with it during the Halloween season because, like, it's so gorgeous. My sister got this for me right before she left to England, so I will always have a special place in my heart for this. This is an ABH palette. Too good to pass up. We have all of these BH Cosmetics. These are like the ice cream stuff. I love the formula on these palettes so much. They're so freaking fantastic with like such pretty colors. Like the greens are so vibrant. The shimmers are so vibrant. This is probably some of the best formula that BH has ever come out with. So I love playing with these. I may not play with this one because this one's a new one because the one I had completely shattered, but the other ones I have played with are so beautiful. A subscriber, Megan, actually sent me three of them, I believe, and I was able to finish off the rest of my collection. These are truly, truly amazing. If they're still on the BH Cosmetics website, I highly recommend checking these all out. Now, you guys know how much I love my With Love Cosmetics. They have some of the best pressed glitters out there. They freaking love their stuff. Beautiful, beautiful pressed glitters. They sent me the pink one in PR. You guys just got to see it. Like, look at how beautiful that is. We have the we have the Midas Cosmetics Lemonade palette. Beautiful, beautiful yellow palette. We have a Selena Spooky Boo, the You're the Shit. Now, this palette did not perform the way that I wanted it to. It definitely had a lot of issues. This one came kind of cracked, but it was still so much fun to do this video and talk about shit. Literally, I had way too much fun with that video. This is one of the only few eyeshadow palettes that I have from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. If you guys are looking for a beautiful green palette, please look no more. Like, truly, like, this is everything you need for like an olive palette. This is truly amazing. Highly recommend this. SpongeBob, love it. And last but not least, we do have the Game Beauty palettes. You guys know that I love these so much. This one I paid for myself, and then these two were actually gifted to me in PR. And guys, I have some amazing news. You guys are now looking at a new affiliate for Game Beauty. Yay! So if you guys want, you guys can actually use code Allie D to save you guys 10% off of Game Beauty. Like, they reached out to me yesterday, said that they loved me so much and wondered if they can make an affiliate code for me. So if you guys do use this code, I do get a small kickback with it, but it also saves you guys 10%. And you guys know how much I love Game Beauty. I've had so much fun reviewing these palettes. They are truly amazing. They're so beautiful, and they're the most aesthetically pleasing palettes out there. So definitely go check them out. And Game Beauty, thank you so much for the discount code. Like, this is just so cool. So you guys will now see this linked down below, and I cannot wait to see what they come up with next.
When you left me chasing you. Trying to find a place where we can be alone. All those lights lying by your side, like it's a vibe, feeling it shine under your spotlight.
So let's start off with all the palettes that I'm not keeping. So first things first, we do have this Revolution collaboration with Pride. This was actually sent to me by my sister when she was in England. She actually sent this over my way. This is still completely wrapped, but I never used it, so I'm just going to go ahead and declutter that. These two palettes right here, again, were sent to me by my sister. She is so sweet. She consistently sends me makeup over from England because she is just really supportive of my dream and what I want to do for a living. So she always sends me makeup. But these two palettes right here, I just never really played with or got a use with. She always told me I could add it to my No Waste Wednesday or sell it or do whatever I want with it. But I still think it's so sweet that she always thinks about me. She actually just sent me over a whole box of Harry Potter stuff. Here we have some more products right here. Again, these palettes have never been used, and I just left them sitting in my collection. It's time they go to a better home. Oh, I loved this palette when I played with it, but I just don't ever use it anymore. So that's why I'm gonna let this one go, as well as my Milani one. Again, these are really beautiful. I really do love Milani's palettes and formulas, but they just gotta go. Here we have all my e.l.f. minis. These two I did use, but all of these are like little bite-sized ones. I never actually opened or used these. They've just been sitting there, so I'm gonna go ahead and part ways with these as well. We have this little like cappuccino collection. I, again, only used this like one time in a video, and I just haven't used them since, so I'm gonna go ahead and let these ones go. These are really beautiful. They're like a whole like coffee collection, very beautiful palettes, but I just don't ever use them, so never use this one, so it's time that this one goes as well. We have Miss Fenty Beauty. I used it in a video and I haven't really played with it since. It's a beautiful palette, but I just don't ever get a use out of it. So as much as I love Fenty Beauty, I gotta let this one go. We have a Too Faced Gingerbread Palette Spice. Beautiful palette, only used it one time, gotta let it go. I used this in a video. I had so much fun with this, but again, I never use these, so I'm gonna go ahead and let it go. I did a video, like I did a whole series on this collection from I Heart Revolution. This came after the donuts, and again, I love their formula, but I gotta let it go. Never been opened or used, so I gotta let this one go as well. And then this is an ice cream palette from OMFG Cosmetics, and I like it though because with this palette, you can legit like rearrange it into refills, which I think is super cool, but I just don't ever use it. Used this one time for a video, haven't used it since. I've never actually used these at all. I'm not the biggest fan of pressed glitters anymore, so letting these ones go. It's from the Makeup Institute beautiful palette, but I never used it, so I should just let it go. Okay, so as for everything that I'm keeping, I absolutely love Dominique Cosmetics, so anything that says Dominique Cosmetics, I'm just not going to part from. She has some amazing formula. The shadows are so beautiful. I love her shimmers. Like, they truly are freaking stunning. She uses, like, pressed pearls in her shimmers. They are truly phenomenal. I've reviewed every single one of Kristen Dominique's palettes except for the Transition palette. The only one I have not reviewed. And I won't be parting from Miss Dominique Cosmetics because I love these too much. And the second video on YouTube that I've done was the Latte palette. This was the second video that I've ever done on YouTube besides Robert E. Christie. I did review this. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell. It is so dirty. So dirty. And I use this so much. And I freaking love this palette. And I will never part from it. Such good memories with this. These are the only two palettes that I actually like from Urban Decay, and I'm going to hold on to these. These are some great palettes. It's why I want to try the new Cyber one whenever that comes out, because these two are actually really good. Anything from Melt Cosmetics, I won't part from. This is the only Melt Cosmetic palette that I didn't really care for, but again, I love Melt Cosmetics so much, I'll never part from them. And like this video, oh god guys, this video, you know the saying de les des mortes, Day of the Dead. Okay, in this video I kept calling a freaking murder palette. Oh, here's my murder palette. I'm like, can I sound any more freaking white? And I was so apologetic and so sorry because I am struggling. I'm trying to learn Spanish. It's just not that easy for me, and I'm trying. It's so crazy is that I can understand it. Like, I can understand a lot of Spanish, but trying to speak it myself, I sound so freaking white by calling that the freaking murder palette. But anything that you guys see from Melt, I won't part from because I freaking love Melt. And if Melt ever wanted to like work with me or like send me PR, I would die and go to heaven. If you guys want to know, this is still my absolute favorite palette from Melt Cosmetics. Like, truly, this is such a stunning palette. If you guys get a chance, please check out this palette. It is expensive, but you guys can also find this at Sephora, and Sephora has like an Afterpay. So I highly recommend this. This is my favorite palette from Melt Cosmetics. This is the first time I ever got introduced to it, was this palette because of Robert E. Christie, and I'm so glad that she introduced me to this brand because it truly is like that bitch. All right, next we have these two palettes from Milani. I'm holding on to these because I just think that they're so pretty, and I love these. I love playing with these palettes, so I'm just not ready to let them go. And then this was sent to me by a subscriber from Makeup Geek. She actually built me like my own little palette, which I think is just so cute. Really loved her for that. Thank you so much. These are some Hank and Henry. So these were actually signed from Hank and Henry, and Mikey got these for my birthday last year. So I'm gonna hold on to these. You guys already know that anything from Lordly Los Angeles, I'm not going to part from, even though I don't really care for this palette that much because I think it's like such an ugly palette. Like, it really is just so ugly. I still have such good memories from this, so I'm not gonna part from that. All right, so these are my wow, so I have to say Urban Decay. These are my Alter Ego palettes. I love these palettes so much. They are like the perfect dupe to any Natasha Denona palettes, and majority of these were sent to me in PR, and I just love them so much. They are so pretty, and I definitely am going to be holding on to these. I actually have the newest one, the Luster palette, sitting under my desk. It's going to be added to this. But right now we're just decluttering everything before I reorganize everything. All right, these two were actually sent to me by my sister. These were actually sent to me when she was in England again. So I'm gonna hold on to these. This is where you guys first got to find my love for SpongeBob. I did a Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza possibility. Do pizza. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on to that. And same with my avocado palette. Love it too much. This is from Sydney Grace. This is a Sydney Grace palette. Very beautiful. I'm going to hold on to this. And these are the two Harry Potter palettes. I was actually sent this by a subscriber, but I didn't open them, and nor am I going to. Not because I don't want to play with them, but because it's Harry Potter, and I'm not going to mess with anything Harry Potter. So, like, that's going to be cherished and treasured forever. Teresa is Dead. This is the Lethal is Dead from Lethal Cosmetics. Teresa sent this to me in PR. I love Teresa so much. I have the pleasure of knowing Teresa in real life. I knew her way before she ever came on YouTube. She knew me way before I was ever started on YouTube. We actually used to hang out whenever she'd come down to Florida. We go to Halloween Horror Nights together with our mutual friend. Well, it's her best friend Michael and my mutual friend Michael, and we legit would hang out. And I'm supposed to see her sometime in a couple months if she comes back down again. But she truly is freaking hilarious and amazing. If you guys have not checked out Teresa's Dead, I don't know what you're waiting for, because she is so entertaining. I do not miss a video of hers. I freaking love her too much. This was sent to me by a beautiful subscriber. She sent this to me after she watched an anti-haul, and it just means so much to me that she took the time of her day to send this to me. So I'm gonna hold on to that. We have a Tom Ford and a Chanel palette. Now, I didn't buy these. One of my good friends back from work actually sent this to me when we first went into quarantine. He's like, I know how much you love makeup. I'd love for you to try this out. So he sent these to me. I've kept them nice and neat because it's Tom Ford and Chanel. And let's be realistic, I'm a broke ass bitch. When can I ever afford this type of stuff? So I'm going to hold on to it and cherish it, because like that was really nice of him. ColourPop. I don't really see myself parting from ColourPop. And last but not least, we do have the Endangered Cosmetics. This is the Red Panda palette, and I loved the look that I did in this video. I love talking about the Red Pandas in this video, and this brand is so amazing. They partnered with the Red Panda Network to donate 10% of all proceeds to the conservation of red pandas, and I think that is such a beautiful quality. And they just announced that they're having their second palette come out, and it's about the sea turtles. So you guys already know I'm going to be buying it. I'm going to be donating, because in this video, I matched the ad revenue and I donated it to the Red Panda Network. So together we raised $110. I wish it was so much more. Like, I really wish that I could have made more than just 50 bucks off that video, so I could have donated it way more. But you know, it is what it is. Every little bit helps, and I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to give back. And when they do the Sea Turtle palette that's going to be released on August 24th, I'm going to do the exact same thing. So such a beautiful palette. Please go check out Endangered Cosmetics. They have such a beautiful cause. Now, all these palettes that you guys see here, majority of them have been scattered around. Some of them have been shoved down in my drawers. Some of them have been laying on the side of my beauty shelves because I didn't have any space for them. So it's time to get organized. I still have a few palettes that are in boxes behind my beauty desk, but I'm not going to go through those until I redo my whole beauty room, and then I'll just place them ready to go, and I'll add them to like this if I need to. But as of right now, this is where I'm going to hit up everything before we hit up all the rest of the stuff in the next video.
Round and round we go, losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run, looking for something, chasing the sun. All those days trying to find a place where you'll make them just be alone, alone. All those nights lying by your side, like it's a vibe, feeling it shine under your spotlight.
All right, so this one's gonna be kind of quick. So we're gonna go ahead and declutter my Chaotic Cosmetics. This is the Pride palette. Beautiful palette, but just don't use it. We are going to go ahead and declutter all three of these palettes I got from BH, from the Say It Out Loud collection. Nothing wrong with them. I'm never going to use them. And, you know, I did a whole video on these, and you guys can see the hassle that I went through with these. Both these palettes right here were, again, sent to me by my sister, and they've never been used. Nothing wrong with them. They're absolutely beautiful. They're so heavy too. I just figured they would go to better homes. Everything else I'm keeping is kind of self-explanatory. Like, I have my Dominic Cosmetics. This is a transition palette. Beautiful palette. Don't want to hold on. Beautiful palette. Again, gonna hold on to that. This is the M.M. Mitchell palette. This is so freaking beautiful. You guys gotta see it. Like, truly, it is a stunning palette. This is an I Heart Revolution sent from my sister. This is from London. Again, it's beautiful. We have the Huda Beauty. We have the Kaleidos. We have anything from Glamlight I am not going to get rid of. This was sent to me by James. This is a beautiful palette all the way from Australia. I'm not gonna lie, I really do love this Morphe palette, just like I do love my James Charles Morphe palette. Again, those are some amazing palettes. This is the Be Perfect Cosmetics. This is the Love Tati Carnival 3 palette. If you guys want like the most prettiest rainbow palette, I highly recommend checking this out. It does come from the UK, so it does take a little bit to get here, but hot damn, is this such a gorgeous palette. Even though I may be disappointed in the formula, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big Lisa Frank fan. How can I help you? I was raised in the 90s. Gotta hold on to that. Palette right there, that's my Tati Beauty palette. I bought a second one because you guys will see in just a minute why I did, but I'm definitely gonna hold on to that. This is from the mystery box I did with Charlotte Tilbury. These were just gifted to me by subscribers in a mystery box. I'm not gonna let this go. This is my only water activated highlight palette from Chaotic Cosmetics. It's amazing. Ace Beauty, this is such a beautiful, colorful palette. These are the only ones I'm keeping from the BH ones because these are my colors that I love. Just got this in mystery box. I want to play with it because I never tried it out before, so I definitely want to play with this. 2 more palettes from Alter Ego. Love these. Did reviews on both of them. 2 more Hank and Henry's. These are really good quality palettes. Another M.M. Mitchell. This is the Blends palette. This is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. You guys can actually use code Allie to save you guys 10% off your purchase. I'm not affiliated with that brand, but this is probably the best, like the best matte rainbow palette I think I have ever played with. Truly, these shadows blend themselves. It is absolutely worth it. I would highly recommend checking it out. She's working on her second palette right now, so hopefully that gets released later this year. And if it does, you guys already know I'm going to be reviewing that. OG Glamlight palette, my loose pigments from Laura Lee, and then my favorite palette from 2 years running. So you guys can see why I bought a second one, because this one is just like beat to shit, because I really do love this palette. Like, I wish Tati would come out with more palettes. Okay guys, so that is how my collection looks right now. Like literally, I just did the one shelf and like the stuff that I had around it, and we still have so much more to go. So we have all my Glamlight ones up there. I'm not gonna really part from any of those. I'll probably reorganize them somewhere else, but those are gonna stay where they are. I still have 2 more palettes to go through right over here. And then in my closet, we have all of my Jeffree Star Cosmetics stuff. So I'm going to see what I'm going to do with those. But yeah, so far I am decluttering a lot. It may not seem like a lot, but it definitely is a lot to me. But look at that. I cleared this all out. Now all that would be reorganized because right now I have all my palettes laying on the floor right there. But that will all be reorganized in the next video. Look at that. Whew, this is the aftermath. Like legit. Holy shit. That's a lot. And I would say I have over 400 plus palettes. I think last time when I did my entire eyeshadow palette collection, someone counted it and they said that I had like 300 and something. I have over 400, maybe 500 palettes in total. Like seriously, I have way too many. And it's time that these bad boys go. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I knew it was going to be long trying to go through my entire eyeshadow palette collection. This one was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be a lot harder, but I think I just learned how to detach myself, and I was just listening to music and just jamming away and having a really good time listening to music. So I feel like that's what's helping me, you know, part from some of this stuff. Some of the stuff I should part from. I should let go of more stuff, but I am happy with what I am, you know, letting go of. I'm really happy about it, but I probably should part with more. If I do, you guys will just see it in the shop if I do decide to part with more. But right now, everything is just a big mess, but I do have to get all that organized, but you'll see all that organization in the next video. You guys will see me clean out the other True drawers and then my Jeffree Star collection, and then from there, you guys will see me organize my entire eyeshadow palette collection. I actually have like 3 or 4 more of those containers. I got them, I want to say back in like February is when I got more containers, but I just haven't done anything with it because I haven't redone my room. And now that I have this new desk coming, I'm gonna have a lot more shelves, so we'll see what really happens. I got asked a question, asked me what I'm gonna do with these clear containers if I don't use them. I'm just gonna save them because as I keep doing YouTube, as I keep doing YouTube, my channel keeps growing. My collection just will expand overall, and I'm gonna keep doing these declutter series, not like all the time, but maybe like twice a year or once a year where I really just declutter so much. So yeah, this was actually a lot of fun. I really did enjoy this. Like I said, I won't put anything up on my website just yet. I'll do it at the end of the next video. But I am going to set up a Mercari account. I'll have everything linked for you guys in that video because I don't have anything set up right now. I got asked like questions. I'm still really new to this, so I'm not exactly sure. But when I get things set up, I'll post it on my community page as well as in the description of that video of where you guys can find all the items. Someone actually suggested I do a mystery box. I might do that as well because like I think it'd be kind of fun. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked part 1 of my eyeshadow declutters. I know that like this has like been long awaited. You guys have been waiting for this, but it's a lot more to go through, especially because I know you guys like to ask me questions like why I'm giving it away, why I'm not giving away. So I feel like these videos are a lot longer and I don't want to take up too much of your day. So yeah, I need to reorganize this because it's all just scattered on the floor. So I need to organize it so it looks better and I can put the ones I'm selling aside and the ones I'm putting back in my collection aside. So with that said, guys, I really hope you liked my part 1 of my eyeshadow palette declutter video. And yeah, so that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4, mostly 5 times a week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for the Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures with my amazing husband, Corey. A huge, huge thank you to all these beautiful page members that you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, just either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you and I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.